What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. If you're new, then welcome. This channel is all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunting them, taking pics of them, and of course, playing with them. I try to upload new videos every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so check back on those days to see what I've uploaded, or just hit that notification bell to be notified when I do upload a new video. If you enjoyed this video, by the end of it, please remember to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. As always, the information on this channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. I am your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector, and today I have for you guys the DC Direct DCeased Batman figure. So much to say about this, where to start. This is most likely one of the last few figures to come out of the DC Direct because, as you guys have probably heard by now, they are no longer a part of DC. They completely eliminated that part of their, or that division of their company, and so they basically do not exist except to fulfill what they have already promised. And these were some of the last figures to be released was the DCeased line. And if you don't know why these figures look zombified and whatnot, it's not for the Halloween season, it's not for anything like that. In fact, it's basically based on a mini series that ran in 2019, I believe. Yeah, 2019, because I read it last year. And in which the DC universe basically becomes zombified. If you have not read that book yet, I will not spoil it. I will just give you little tidbits here and there. But Batman doesn't make it too far in the series. But what he does do is very cool, very awesome, especially the way he as always utilizes tech. So if you haven't read that miniseries, go and read it. I highly recommend it. The ending is kind of a cop-out, but it's interesting in a way. I enjoyed it to an extent. It's an interesting read. I'll leave it at that. It's definitely, I guess when you read the story and you understand who comes up with the end, like you're just like, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? But I'm rambling on about the comic now, and this is not a comic channel. This is a toy channel. So let me get into the toy. So anyways, I actually got this guy and the DCeased Joker for my Halloween shoot, which I have already posted. By the time I'm putting up this review, I know I'm putting up the review after the photo shoot, but it's just the way things worked out. Halloween came and I wanted to put up that shoot, and now I'm putting out the review for the figures that I used. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at Batman here. As you can see, he's all bloodied and zombified and just ravished and, you know, ready to eat brains and whatnot. Taking a look at his back, his cape. It's a hard plastic cape. It's not a soft fabric cape, unfortunately. But, I mean, for the way you need him to be, it kind of works out because you don't want a cape in the way. So, I mean, if I had a real gripe about this, whoops. It would be right here. Like, I don't know. I understand that it's supposed to look like claw marks, like he's been scratched up, but maybe add some blood to it. It just looks like they kind of splashed, you know, accidentally got a little paint on him. But that's just how the figure comes. So taking a closer look at his face, you can see he's all zombified. You can see the blood on his chest right here. Sorry, I'm shaking. I'm drinking a lot of green tea with caffeine right now because I'm getting ready for a competition. I'm leaning out, and that helps. So I'm shaking a bit right now. I also had a cup of coffee this morning. So anyways, there's a closer look at him. All in all, I really like the way that he came out. He looks very, you know, close to the comic book version. So let's go ahead and get into the articulation. So his head can move to the left, all the way to the right. He has very little up and down. He can look up somewhat, but his head kind of goes back down. So he can kind of look up, but no down at all. His arm articulation is very, very tight, but you can get it to go out. He has a swivel at the shoulder, swivel at the bicep, a double hinge elbow joint, a swivel at the wrist, and a swivel, you know, in and out at the wrist as well. There's a reason I'm not moving his joints too much, just because, like I said, some of them are pretty tight. So I don't want to do anything. Like I was trying to bend his knee joint earlier, and it just seemed like it's not going to move. So I'm just trying to be careful with this figure. He has an ab crunch there, but like I said, it seems like non-existent because he's so tight. So I'm not even going to mess with that. He can kick pretty far out. He does have a thigh. Oh, he looks like he has a thigh swivel, but once again, it's very hard and doesn't want to go. So he does have a double hinged knee joint, and he does have ankle articulation down to there. Oops, up to there, down to there, and a rocker. So all in all, I really like this figure, especially, like I said, since I did read the comic series, and I guess I'm a little biased because that's one of the comic series that I started reading when I got back into comics in my adult life. I stopped reading them for a while, but then one day my cousin was like, hey, they're gonna release this miniseries, like it's only 5 issues, like, you know, come with me, I want to buy issue 1, you should check it out. And sure enough, I bought it, and along with that I bought a few other comics that you know, interest me at the time, and we're back into it. But so let's get some cool pics with this guy, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you enjoyed those pics, you can find more over at CoolFigurez on Instagram. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. But whether or not you're a subscriber, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really do appreciate it. As always, I am your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.